What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Stoneyard Griddle. Tonight we're going to be making French dip sandwiches. If you know how to make a Philly cheesesteak or a Harlem chopped cheese, this is basically the same thing, just with some different meats and a couple different processes. So let's get cooking. As usual, we're going to go down first with our fries. These are just frozen fries I get from the frozen section at the grocery store. Put these guys down. Spread them out a little bit, get some oil all over them. Just a fair amount of oil. You don't want them swimming or anything, but just enough to get the point across. Spread them all out so that everybody's touching just as best as you can do that. And we're going to let these go. We're going to keep on paying attention to them, though, because we don't want them to burn. So just every once in a while, we're going to get our spatch under them and give them a quick flip. They're pretty easy to make, and it's just an easy thing to have sort of on the side of the griddle. Of course, you can see in the upper right-hand corner of the griddle, we do have some au jus sauce kind of warming up in that pot up there. That's just 1 part au jus concentrate with 2 parts water. So as we let everything go, that's going to get nice and warm. So the next step, what we're going to do is we're going to get some butter down, and that is to toast our buns. I'm making 3 sandwiches, so here come 3 buns. We're going to go ahead and give our fries a little bit of love over here. Remember, don't forget about them. You don't want them to burn. The way you're going to be able to tell that the fries are done is that they're going to start kind of crackling a little bit. It'll be audible. You'll definitely be able to hear it. Once they start doing that, they're ready to pull. So just keep that in mind. And for right now, these buns are looking pretty all right. We're going to get them over to the side of the griddle where it's a little bit cooler. And we're going to go down with some onions right now. This is just a half of I'd say about a medium yellow onion. I don't know why I chose to do a yellow onion this time. You can really do whatever you want, I guess. You could use a white onion. That would totally be fine too. I just happen to have this one in the house. And I also do have a little bit of that chopped up onion in our au jus in that corner, as you can see right here. Yes, I know that's in a non-stick pot, and I used a metal utensil in it, which is usually a big no-no. But I'm not an idiot. I didn't scrape the side of the pot or anything too hard, so we're safe. No worries. We'll give these guys a flip, and always remember to toast both sides of your buns. Very important. We're going to pay attention to our onions here real quick. Get those kind of turned over. We're going to do the same thing with the fries in just a second here. Get them all nice and touching the griddle and everything. Again, you keep them moving every, 2-3 minutes or so. That's just a good way to make sure. It's cheap assurance to make sure that they're not getting too burnt. So these buns are all nice and toasted up. We're going to go ahead and pull them off. We're going to take these onions, slide them towards the front of the griddle where it's a little bit cooler. We just don't want them to overcook. You don't want these to be too mushy or anything. Again, if you watch my videos, you will know that I do like a little bit of snap to my vegetables, whether it's onions or asparagus or anything like that. I just don't like mushy vegetables. So we got some oil down. We're going to spread some butter around because the next thing that we're going to put is our meat. This is chuck roast. I just got it from the grocery store. It's about 1 pound, and I just cut it just as thin as I could cut it without spending too much time on it. You don't have to get crazy or anything. The thinner you cut it, the better it comes out. We are going to season with some Borsari seasoning right here. If you haven't tried this stuff yet, I strongly recommend you pick some up. It's on Amazon. It is a little bit pricey, I guess. I think the last time I looked, it was like $12, $13, something like that. But I'm telling you, it's totally worth it. And another little trick, boom, we're going to get some of that au jus on our meat, on our chuck roast. Look at that. We're fogging up. This is a good time right here. Get that all incorporated up in there. And at this point, this chuck roast has only been down on the flat top for maybe 20 seconds. Because it is so thin, it does cook up pretty quick. So at this point, we're going to incorporate our onions with it. Kill all of our heat because there is plenty of heat left in this flat top, even though it was a little bit cooler out tonight. The flat top definitely has enough heat to finish off cooking everything else. So we'll get these all sectioned off into portions, and we'll get ready to cheese them. On a side note, as far as the cheese goes on these things, I think some people like to put Swiss on there. Some people like to put provolone. I chose provolone because it's not that I don't like Swiss. I just prefer provolone over it. That's all. Realistically, you can put whatever you want on there. No judgment here. So we're going to dome them one by one and get that cheese to melt real nice. In the meantime, let's get our fries off over here. Fries are always kind of a trick to get off because it takes two spatulas and it's just an awkward thing to do, but you'll get it. No worries. Make sure you season them up in the basket right away. Of course, I'm using Lowry's seasoning salt. Give them a quick shake, stick them aside. Those guys will stay pretty warm for a while. And let's start taking these guys off. One by one, put them over, get them down. And they are looking delicious. And they smell awesome. Whoops, spilled a little bit there. No problem. Get it back on. So as you can see, there's nothing totally out of the ordinary about this as opposed to making like a Philly cheesesteak or a Harlem chopped cheese. Like I said, it's all the same rules apply. It's just a little bit different as far as the meat that you're going to use. And we do have the additional jus going on off to the side there. And we're going to set this down. I'm going to plate up quick and let's see what we got. So there we are. French dip sandwiches with au jus and some French fries. If you guys like this video, leave me a like. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Please consider subscribing to my channel. I would greatly appreciate that. Hope you found this useful. And as always, thanks for watching.